apologize in advance for my dogs maybe barking. I asked my daughter to get up and help me with our doggies while I do this video today, so hopefully she'll be up soon. We have our my two little barky girls, and then I'm babysitting my grand dog also, and she's kind of loud sometimes. Hello, Miss Kim. Hello, Patty. I'm excited to color this fun set with you guys today. It's called Cave Kids, and it's been one of my very favorites for the longest time. I'm so sorry that Isabel is still barking. Hang on, I'm gonna go let her out. Okay, I'm back. So let's see, looks like we have, oh, we're up to about 5 people watching. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So as I was saying, Isabel's outside. As I was saying, the Cave Kids is the set we're coloring today. I'm not sure if we'll get through both of these cutie pies, so I started on the skin on the little girl, and we'll work our way through it. Oh, thanks, Kim. That's awesome. This particular set has been one of my favorites forever, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see how adorable it is. Kimmie tells me that she's only got a handful or 2 of these sets left, and they won't be restocked. So hopefully you will get them while you can, because they are super cute. I'm going to be using this set here. This is the one I colored the other day. I shared it in the Facebook group. I'm making a congratulations on your new cave card for my son and his wife for their apartment. They were finally moving back close to home. So anyway, there's lots of fun sayings in this set. There's an adorable little dinosaur that could be somebody's dog. And it's just a cute set. So I'm going to sit down here and get coloring. I'm going to apologize because I don't always see the comments. There's a tremendous lag between what I'm seeing and doing and what I see on my computer to see the comments. So I'll check them every once in a while, and hopefully I won't be missing a bunch. Thanks for being with me this morning. I'm excited to color. Oh, Kim just said, and if anybody's watching and wants this set, she's going to give you a sale price on it. That's awesome. That's really cool. All right, let's get going. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start on, I'm going to finish little Miss, I think this is Lulu. Yeah, Lexi's the other one. Or no, maybe this is Lexi. Anyway, I'm going to work on her hair and get her going, and then we'll work on Lucas. So for her hair, I chose some sort of reddish yellow colors. That's what my daughter-in-law's hair looks like. So I've got the YR27. I'm gonna color with that. And I'm just gonna go in now. Oh, I should back up for a second, tell you guys that I stamped these images in the creamy caramel ink. And then what I'm doing is kind of a no inks, I call it a semi no lines technique, because really you can see the lines pretty good, but my old eyes just don't see the super light like the taupe color that we have in the Kraftin Kimmie inks. I just can't see that ink very well when I'm coloring, so I thought I would try this to see if it would help me, and it actually I think worked pretty good. You can still see some of the lines, but it does sort of give you kind of that no line effect. You can see on her skin and on the club kind of how that worked, and then again if you see this one, what I did there. So that's what I'm doing, and getting ready to go here. So again, YR27. We're just going to go in with the darkest color, and I'm just going to kind of follow along my lines. Right now I'm just kind of laying down a little bit of the structure. I usually go back in again and add dark again, but right now, let's see, turn it so you guys can still see it and not just my hand, hopefully. And these pieces at the bottom are darker than the rest, so I'm kind of filling those in almost completely. I can still hear my little barkers outside. All right, let's see here. Oh, thanks, Kim. It's Lexi. Lexi. And so one of the tricks too for, let's see, gotta focus here for a sec. You notice when you do like no lines techniques, sometimes their faces don't show up really well. And so you can do a couple of different things. You can use like a stamping platform to do their faces in a little darker color. I just like to go back over them with colored pencils, and I'll show you that at the end, how I do that. Let's see, so Danielle, is it? Because I say my name Danielle, so I'm guessing maybe you say it Danielle. You might be very tempted to pick up this set. I would do it if I were you. I'm sorry, I gotta be the crafty enabler because I love this sweet set. It's gonna be a classic. It is a classic as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so I've kind of followed the lines. I've laid down my darker color. Then I'm going to go in with the YR24, and I'm just going to put a little bit more in there, not a ton, because I want to save the lightest color for most of the highlights, but again, kind of concentrating on the ends more, where you would expect it to be a little darker, and up at the roots of her hair. Oops. And then let's try, and then this is YR23. So it's the lightest of this series. It's not drastically different, but I'm just going to kind of fill in some more. And then I just let that be for a little bit, and then what I'll do at the end is I might go through with the darker color one more time and add a little bit more definition on there. Okay, so there's her hair. Let's do her bone in her hair really quick, and for that I used E41 or 40, I can't remember initially which one I grabbed, but so we're just going to trace again, just follow the lines a little bit, just to give it a little bit of depth. Very subtle. Again, you don't really notice a lot of the differences, but they're there. And I don't know if you noticed how her face looked so dark at first before I started, and then when you've got the hair in there, how now the shading around it just kind of brings it together. That's kind of nice. Let's see, and then let's go ahead and work on her outfit. So this one I'm using R85, R83, and R81. And I'm hoping I'm not missing a bunch of comments. So you texted Kim, that's awesome. Okay, let's see here. So going in now, this is the R85. I'm not really sure why I chose this kind of pinky color because my daughter-in-law is not really a pinky girl, but I just thought it looked so cute on her. I don't think she hates it, she just doesn't wear pink a lot. So following along the lines again, kind of in there, I'm just laying down the darker areas. Bark, 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 little barky girls. Okay. Then the next color would be the R83. Go ahead and fill in some more of that. Hello, Isabel. Did you go bark? And then the R81 is going to come in and fill in the spaces here. Oh, let's see, we need to do her hair. So I'm just going to go back over. It just feels like these lines just kind of disappeared, so I'm just going to kind of put them back in there a little bit. I'll cover that with brown. Okay, and then her spots, oh, sorry, I gotta do her hair. Gotta do that up here, so we're just gonna quickly add that. And this one I'm just gonna do the darkest, which is the 85, and the lightest, which is the 81, because it's so small, and then I'll add a little bit of dark later on that. Hear the dog drinking. Let's see. Okay, now we'll do her spots and her ruff. And I had chose 23, E23, and E25 and E27. My E25 is really sticky, so I'm just going to use the 27 and the 23. And just going to do the same process again, where I just am kind of following along where my lines are. And I just, because these images are, you know, these parts of the images are pretty small, I'm just using a super light hand as I'm following along, so that just the point of my marker really is touching it. And we'll go around the dots, the spots, the dots. Okay. How we doing, everybody? Is it looking okay? Then I'm going to come in with the 23, E23, and add that. And it's going to be a little softer. There's not going to be as much variation, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, that's so nice. I wish I could be at the Crafty Retreat. This year is just so hard for me. It is such an awesome event. I'm so excited that so many people signed up so quickly. I know how much fun it is. Kim does such an amazing job making it a fun event, and all the crafty girls and the crew that are there to help out as well. It's just so amazing, the different classes that they do and the make and takes, and it's just awesome. It's just such a great experience. I'm just so bummed I can't be there, but I'm planning for the next one, and I know she's going to keep doing them because they're so fun. So let's see, how about if I show you quickly how I fill in just really fast with the colored pencils. And then we'll start on Lucas. Ooh, 7 left. Awesome. You lucky people that have gotten those. And on sale even. So this one, let's see here. I'm sorry, I realized I'm saying so a lot today. I'm gonna go in and I don't even know. Let's see, this is a dark brown. And I am just gonna color her eyes in a little bit more. And her eyebrows. She's so sweet. I just love her. There's that. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of a little more definition in here. And up here. Isn't it cool how I just haven't been doing this for very long, but I've just recently learned, and I watched our Steven, our crafty Steven, who uses pencils and Copics like a ton together. And I've just learned so much watching him do that and playing a little bit myself with it. So here I was afraid her face was even too dark, and I'm just going to put a little bit more shadows in there just so that it shows up a bit. Let's see, and I believe for her hair, I'm going to use this sienna brown, and I'm just going to come in. My pencils aren't as sharp as I had used them the other night and forgot to sharpen them, but so I'm just going to come in and just give it a little bit more color, or not color, but depth, I guess is the right word I want to say. There, isn't that fun? Fun, 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 fun. Thank you, Teresa. Yes, I am definitely planning on 2020. Like, I am planning for it. Okay, so she's done. Let's start on Lucas. And I'm going to show you the skin, since I had already done that for you before, just to save a little time. I know how busy the weekends are, and I love and appreciate so much that you guys are on the video with me. It's so fun for us, really, to do this. So I'm starting with EO4. This is like my go-to skin combo almost always. That's what I use. Is EO4, E11, E21, and then usually E00 is what I do. So starting with my EO4, and this is one of the darker markers that I usually take both caps off of because it's blobbed on me in the past, so let's hope that I haven't just jinxed myself. So just coming in with my shading. And do you guys, how many of you, when you have a person image, do you start with your skin tone or do you start with other parts of the image and then do the skin tone later? I almost always do the skin tone, and I think the reason I do that is because when I very first started coloring, skin was really hard for me. And so if I did the skin first and really messed it up, then I didn't feel like I had wasted a bunch of other ink or coloring on the rest of the image, and then I could just scrap it and start over. So I think that's why I started doing the skin first. I'm curious to know what some of the rest of you do as well. Let's see, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just keep following the lines, and I'm doing just a really light touch, really, again. Often with skin tones, I do almost a wider brush with the EO4, but because I don't want it to stand out too much in this case, I'm just kind of going lightly. Oh, yep, Kim, it's funny how we do sort of establish patterns with things like that. Here, I almost always do skin tones first. There's been a time or two I haven't, but. So just very light lay down of the EO4. Let's put just a little bit more under his chin. Oops. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the top part of him and then finish his legs, because I don't want that ink to set down too fast. I want it to blend since we are doing the no lines technique. So my next color is E11. And I'm just going to come in with that one next, and just a little bit over the top of what I already laid down, and then extend it just a little bit more. Give him kind of a shadow around his hairline. Ears are hard for me. I always feel like I'm doing them way too dark. And give his little nose a shot there. So kind of the same thing that you saw with Lexi, as you're doing this, it's looking super, super dark. And it's kind of almost scary. It's like, eek, what have I done? But when we add the rest of it and add the, you know, the clothes and all the other colors, then it doesn't look so scary. But right now, especially if you're a newer color, you're probably thinking, oh my goodness, what is she doing? I think on my other image too, where if you get it like a little bit outside of where you want to be, thank you for sharing that, Kim. Oh, Mary, hello, I'm glad you made it. You're not late at all. We still have lots of coloring to do. Lots of. The colored pencils also help, like going around where the lines seem just a little fuzzier to fill in too. So let's see, next layer. And Danielle says it's also the area where I set for shadows. Yep. Yeah, that helps too. Let's see, so that was E11. We're working with E21 next. And let's see here. Yeah, it does definitely make a difference with the creamy caramel, for sure. see here. Sorry, I'm checking my computer real quick. Okay, and now so this is E21. And again, coming back through, this time I'm extending it a little bit more, just still, I'm not really going back over the darkest layer, but I'm bringing in where I was at with the E11. And there's a nose. One of the things about being on the design team is we get to play with, you know, all the new releases and the new stuff so much, which is just so fun. Like, I just feel so lucky to be on the crafty team, one of the crafty girls. But because we do so much with the new stuff, we forget about these fun, awesome sets like this one. And when I was trying to decide what to play with, I thought I wanted to pick something that I hadn't used for a while that was one of my favorites, and this has always been one of my favorites. Okay, let's see here. So that was 21. And then I'm E000 is my next one. And I'm gonna just fill in. Look how cute he is. Isn't he adorable? He's such a cute boy. He reminds me of my son so much, even his hair and everything. His arm is bugging me. I'm gonna have to go back in and touch that up. Ta-da, there's that. Let's see. Before I go much further, I can see that I have this kind of funky, just gonna very lightly touch it up. There we go. That makes me feel a little better. Let's see, should we give him some cheeks? Let's see, cheeks, cheeks, cheeks. Where's my R20? So kind of my go-to for blushes are the R20s. Oh, we're just gonna give him just a little bit. He doesn't need a ton. And then we'll go back over that again with the E00, just so that it's not a harsh line. I just kind of smudge it in there a little bit. And then we'll finish his legs. I'm going to check comments real quick here and see if there's anybody I missed. So, Kim, the paper I'm using it's a Whisper White from Stampin' Up. It's one that I use all the time. I love this paper. It just seems to blend really smooth. I've always had good luck with it. The other one is the paper that, oh, you had it at the retreat, Kim, and I can't remember the name of it, but I had gotten some of that as well, and that's really good stuff too. Those are my two go-tos for white coloring papers. So his feet are pretty detailed, so I'm just really lightly again. And it's like 9:30 in the morning my time, and I don't think I've had enough coffee. I have to keep blinking when I'm following these little tiny details here. Of course, if I had too much coffee before I got on here, I'd be shaking so bad I wouldn't be able to color, so I had to be careful. Okay, so just same process, just kind of laying it down. Melanie, how are you? Ah, my markers are gunky. What do they do? Hold on here. There we go. Okay, so that was E04, then just the same old pattern, E11. We'll just get his legs finished up here. Going over the top of the E04 so it's not quite as harsh, but not completely so that it doesn't blend out too much. So rule of thumb, the darker the colors, the less you need, of course. But it depends on what kind of effect you want too. What is this, too much coffee? Normally I would agree, except for when we're doing things like this, then I have to have a steady hand. All right, let's see. So this is the E21. Oops, turn it around so you can see it. And like I did before, just extending it a bit more. You'll go get your Tims after, Patty? That's so nice of you to be with us this morning before you have your coffee. I appreciate that. All right, and then this was the E0, double zero. Yeah, double zero. All right, there we go. So, hello, Margaret. Kim, you've only had one cup? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You better get some more, girlfriend. Okay, so let's see. Let's do his hair next. And for his hair, I used the E47, E44, and E43. Oh, Patty. Oh, I feel for you. That's hard. Melanie's waiting for her coffee to brew. That's funny. Okay, so starting with E47, I'm going to do just like I did with Lexi's hair, and I'm just going to follow in the guidelines. And this cute set is by artist Cheryl Grant. And I love, love, love her sets. They're always just so adorable. So I'm going to just add a little bit more of my own. Oh, you're fine, love. So you got to turn him a little bit so I can get this part. Let's see here, and I think, I can't remember. All right, let's try that. Thank you, Melanie. Mix some caramel coffee with your regular McDonald's. Oh, I bet that does smell good. I love anything caramel. The puppies let you sleep in. That's funny. Our dogs are always up so early. My husband's very kind. He gets up before me with them so I can get a little bit extra sleep. But he and my son got up early today and went fishing. So I was up earlier too. So then I'm coming in with the E44. Are we still in the frame okay? Looks like we're all right. And adding that next layer in. this time I didn't want the tops to be too dark, so there we go. Oh, he's meowing. Okay, let's see, and this is now E43, and I'm just gonna come in with that one quickly and fill in the spaces there. Yeah, Patty, we had, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, most of last week was really rainy. One night it was raining so hard, I thought that it was hailing. I had to come out and check. I was worried about our cars outside. But yesterday was absolutely gorgeous, and today is absolutely sunny and beautiful. So hopefully we'll get out and enjoy some of the day today too. So I'm just coming back in with this E47, and I can add more with the colored pencils, but I saw a couple spots I just wanted to kind of fill in a little bit, just around the bottoms. Oh, the Crafty Club orders. That is like the most cool thing. I had to really giggle, because I commented on your last post about the Crafty Club packages going out, and I said, oh, you're gonna love it. And Diana Deegan said, Danielle, you always say that. She was right, I do, because I just get so excited for you guys, and I don't know how, I mean, you do always love it, right? They're just awesome. Oh, thanks, Mary. Hair is, I try not to be too precise with it, because hair's hair, it's messy, right? Let's see, okay, so we did the hair. Now let's do the club. The club is kind of fun. I found that I love coloring wood things, or things that are supposed to look like wood. So for the club, I used E57, E59, and E55. This one, for the club, I start out with the medium tone color. Oh, yes. Cheryl, yay. Can I adjust it a little higher? Thank you, Teresa. Let's see. Like I said, there's a huge leg, so tell me. Let's see, I moved it up a bit. Does that help? I'll watch and see for a minute here. So for the club, I'm going to start actually with the middle one instead of the darker, and I'm just going to kind of lay down a few streaks in there. And then I'm gonna take the darker, which is the E59, and then I'm gonna add a few more. Kind of around the edges there. Follow my color lines. Here we have a big knot in the wood, so we'll color around that. Then I'll slow down when I get up by his hand so I don't give him a, there we go. Yeah, Cheryl's I just love Cheryl's images. I can't think of a one that I don't just love. Okay, so now I'm just kind of following the outside lines. Oops. Oh, darn it. I have to grip my colorless blender, move that color back. So then I'm just going to add a little bit more dark now that I've done the outlines. Make that not darker. All right, let's see. Where's my colorless blender? There it is. The texture queen, holy cow, no way. Thank you, Melanie, that's very sweet. All right, the colorless blender, the magic color pusher. Had a little blob there, so I just moved it back. Colorless blender doesn't take it away, but it moves it a little bit, which is nice. Okay, and then this is the last one on the club. And I'm just gonna fill in with the E55. There we go. Whoops. There's the club. Isn't that fun? I love coloring wood. My daughter's laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Now we have his, I guess you don't really call it an outfit when it's a guy, but I'm gonna call it an outfit anyway. Thank you, Kim. Let's see, so then for him, we use the V28, V25, and V22. I'm just gonna come in and follow the lines first. It got so quiet I had to really focus here. And then I'll probably come back through again with this one. This is the V28. Matches my table. It does match my table. Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's really good. All right, let's see. Then V25. It does match my table. That's hilarious. All right, V25. Just coming in and adding a bit more. And then V20, what did I say? 22, V22. So we're gonna fill in the lightest color next. All right, and then before I do the brown, I think I'm gonna go through one more time with the V28 and go over my lines again just a little bit more. Okay. They are just the cutest couple. I just absolutely love this set. I agree, Kim. They are so cute. It's fun to be able to color them to look like my kiddos. All right, and then so for the spots, same color combo I used for Lexi. If I can figure out where I put them, I set them down. Which was the E27 and the E23. So we'll come in first with that. Is everything in the frame okay still, hopefully? All right, and then E23, fill in. And then back to this again. We'll do this one more time, and then I'll probably end up touching those up around the edges like I did with the colored pencils. Gosh, he's cute. I just think he's so adorable. Ta-da! Okay, and then we'll just come back through with the colored pencils. And this is the dark brown again. And I just give him, make his eyes a little darker. And his eyebrows. Oops, don't want to go too dark. Oh my gosh, you guys, the other day it was so funny. So I've been coloring in my eyebrows, and I bought this new stuff, and it was kind of a waterproof, it's a waterproof stuff for your eyebrows anyway. And I got it on there too dark, and I felt like I looked like Groucho Marx all day. I had these big black caterpillars above my eyes. It was so funny. So I don't want to do this to Lucas. Brooklyn's laughing at me because I shared that story with you. I know, Melanie, after, like I said earlier, I'm not sure if you were on, but watching Steven and how much he uses his pencils really inspired me to start using them. It really does add an extra layer of depth, and I just love them. They're fun to use. I'm not very good at coloring just by myself with them, but I like to use them for filling in. It's like there where that line was kind of still blurred to me. And
Melanie asked if you gave yourself angry eyes, lol.
No. No, I
Kim
think...
said angry eyes too.
Actually, I don't know if they're angry or more like, yeah, angry, but like shocked, like constantly shocked. Like they were like so prominent on my face. Yes, like surprised. Yeah, it was pretty silly. I was like, good Lord. Need a little more practice of that. Coloring with Copics versus coloring eyebrows.
Eyebrows are an art.
My daughter said eyebrows are an art. I would have to agree with that. All right, so let's see. How about if we put out scared eyes? I'm just going to put a little bit more in here. And again, my pencils aren't super sharp. They work much nicer when they're really sharp, but this isn't too bad, really. Let's see, and I feel like his, I'm just going to give him just a little bit more here, too. Okay, what do you think, guys? Sisters, not twins. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, that'd be good. I have to watch some YouTube videos first on how to do eyebrows before I before I attempt that. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. I would just add, usually I just add a little bit of ground, I guess. We'll do that real quick. This is E35. Just kind of fill in there. And then E37, just add a little bit more shading, maybe under the toes a little bit, and around the club. One more time. Now I'll just get a card finished with it later. So thank you everyone so much for being here today. It was fun as always. And a special shout out to my wonderful friend Kim for helping me get my camera all set up so I could do this with you guys again today. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.